Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today's review comes from the house of Diptyque. This is a 2018 release called Tempo. The perfumer is Olivia Pesciu. I think I pronounced that correctly. And it's predominantly a patchouli perfume. Its main accord is that of patchouli. And I'm going to get right into this review. This review is based off an official Diptyque sample spray. And let's put it on my arm. And let me describe to you what I smell. Immediately there is this lovely transparent citrus note, which smells kind of like bergamot. I guess it's not as sour as a lemon note, and not quite as sweet as an orange note. Like, I find bergamot is kind of that in between to me. But what I mean by transparent is that you can smell the bergamot, and it's almost underneath that layer of citrus. The patchouli is already evident. And you'll find if you wear this that the patchouli does stay from start to finish. But something interesting happens in the development of this one. Now, shortly after, that citrus opening kind of fades away reasonably quickly. And then what you get is this sweetness. And at first, when I smelled it, I thought, oh, there's something sweet in here, like vanilla or a resin. But then I realized it was more like a floral sweetness, even a little bit rose-like. And I know that there's no rose listed in here, and it could be the pink pepper that's doing this, but there's this kind of light floral sweetness that comes in, and at this point, I have to say the patchouli that exists in this scent, to me, it stays clean patchouli. It's the effect of, I kind of envision the effect of walking through a patchouli field, whatever that looks like, or a rainforest. It's just rained, and it's just stopped raining, and now, because it's so warm, the steam is coming up off the plants and leaves and off the earth, and you get that scent rather than actual real leaves of the patchouli or the dirt of the earth that it's in. So basically what I'm trying to say is it's a very clean, refined patchouli, the way it comes off my skin. So in combination with that tinge of sweetness from whatever is doing that, it has this like lovely, airy, steamy kind of feel. Nothing much then changes as it dries down and goes into the base notes. It's a really interesting composition in that you expect, with the way that it opens and then goes into the mids, that it'll eventually just get darker and heavier, like a lot of patchouli dominant fragrances get. And like a lot of the times patchouli is heavy in the base, and they just sort of kind of, go in that direction. Here, the scent doesn't really do that. It kind of almost gets lighter, and in the end, although the patchouli stays, the base is actually dominated by what I can only describe as a dry tea note. It's not like a bitter green tea, but it's also not a kind of more tannic black tea. it's as if you're smelling the tea strainer with the damp leaves in there, and that also has this effect of lightening the scent as it develops, as it dries down on your skin. And it's really interesting, clever scent, and it made me think that this is one patchouli dominant scent that could be worn in warmer temperatures, in warmer weather, and it wouldn't get too overbearing. On my skin, this essentially stays very close to the skin all the way through, and I can smell it for about 5 to 6 hours, and after that it's very hard for me to smell it. Now, I know that other people get a better longevity performance out of it, but to me everything is soft and you know, reasonably short-lived. But it is a lovely wear. It is interesting, an interesting composition and development, and it really has the whole Diptyque vibe about it. It feels like you know, a classically made perfume. There's nothing too extravagant or avant-garde about it, but it just does seem to embody that Diptyque refinement, and everything just being lovely and good quality and not being shouty. It's kind of an introverted patchouli in a way. That's how I interpret it on my skin. And for me, this particular one, I'm not that interested in getting a full bottle, but it is a nice patchouli scent. Like, there are so many good different patchoulis that you kind of have to decide if you really need all of them. For me, this one's not quite special enough for me to want a full bottle of, but it is a lovely one and worth checking out for sure, for the simple fact that it's Diptyque, and it's also an interesting take on patchouli. That's all I have to say about Tempo from Diptyque. I hope you enjoyed that, and I'll see you all later. Bye.